I'm going to work out, before I start this lesson, any questions from the homework from the night before. So you might want to pause the video and just watch what I'm working out as far as those questions go. But this is for the notes that I've handed you um, for Wednesday. So we want to graph both of these on the same line. So we're going to use two different colors. So I'm going to graph this one first. We know that my y-intercept is going to be at the point 0, -2, because that's a -2. So that's down here. And then my slope of this one is going to be 2. Or we're going to say it's 2 over 1 because of that. So from here, I'm going to go up 2, right 1. And sometimes it's easier if you keep going with slope. So up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. And then go ahead and connect all those dots together. There's our first one. Our next one, we have a y-intercept of 0, 8, which is up here. And we have a slope of -3 over 1 because of right here. So from here, I'm going to go down 3, 1, 2, 3, right 1, down 3, 1, 2, 3, right 1. And that's enough because I now see that it's going to cross. The red and the blue lines both cross. So where do they cross? They cross here at this point. So they cross at the answer is 2, 2. That's the solution to the problem. So where do they cross? And we happen to make them cross at two really nice whole number points. All lines don't have to cross at whole numbers. They could be crossing at fractions and decimals, but for this, just for practice, we'll make sure they try and cross at a nice location. Next problem, let's take a look. And do this one in blue. So I have a slope of 2, and notice there's nothing behind it, so it's kind of a +0, so the y-intercept is actually at 0, 0. So 0, 0 is here. My slope is 2, which is 2 over 1, so I'm going to go up 2, right 1. And maybe do it a couple times, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. Do one more, up 2, right 1. So there's our line. In this one, we have a y-intercept of 0, 3 because of this. We have a slope of -1 because of that, so -1, so -1 over 1. So 0, 3 is down here. And then I'm going to go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. And you might, so remember, I was going down 1, right 1. What if I went up 1, left 1? And up 1, left 1. See how they all sit? So notice I changed the direction in the x direction. So I graphed this, but this is also equal to this. So this would be a down 1 and a right 1. This would be an up 1 and left 1. So take a look where they cross. And that looks like -1, -2. So point -1, comma, -2. That's our answer. Let's go ahead and draw this next one. This first one has a y-intercept of 0, 2 because of this. We have a slope of 1 over 1. So 0, 2 is down here. Oops, went the wrong way. I'm sorry about that. 0, 2 is up here, 0 and up 2. And then I'm going to go up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. Let's also go down 1, left 1, down 1, left 1. See how they fall into a straight line? This one is now written in point slope form. So we have a point. We have nothing that's outside of it. So I'm going to do the opposite of this. And the outside, if there's nothing, that's 0. So we have a point at 1, 0, which is right here. And then I have a slope of -2 over 1. So I'm going to go down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. But remember, I can also write this to look like this, which means I can go up 2, left 1. And look at that. You can see where it crosses now. So that's kind of the nice thing about when you're plotting more points. So it looks like where they cross at is right here. So that's at the point 0, 2. Make sure if you have any questions, you ask me, and I'm happy to help you. The next problem, this is in point slope. So I'm going to take the opposite of this. So opposite of -1 is +1, and then -4. So I have the point. So 1, -4. And then I have a slope of 2 over 1 because of that. So I'm going to go up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. I could also go down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1. And we have all of these values right there. So there's our line. This one, we have our y-intercept, because we're lining in parentheses, at 0, -1, which is here. Then I have a slope of -3 over 1. So you're going to go down 3, right 1. Oh, look at that. I don't have to draw anymore because I found my point where it crosses. So that is at 1, -4. And that's our solution to the problem. Okay. If you're watching the video, wait till I give the homework because I'm going to go over number 7 and 8 on the homework. And this should be helpful for you. All right, so we have 2 word problems on the back. We're going to eventually want to graph them and find the point of intersection. And we want to explain what the point means in the context. So let's see. Write system equations. All right, problem number 7 says, after researching, the twins have decided between Anthony's and Pizza Hut. Anthony's cost $5 per pizza plus a $25 delivery fee. Pizza Hut charges $10 for each pizza with no delivery fee. Write a system of equations to the model cost. So they have, for some reason, the cost thing didn't come in. That's C at X for the X pizzas to be delivered. Then graph the system, find the point label. Okay, so let's do Anthony's in green, and we'll do Pizza Hut in red. Okay. So it says Anthony's charges $5 per pizza, and then they charge a $25 fee. So the cost for Anthony's, remember that's the same thing as Y, is going to be $5 for each pizza plus the $25 fee. And that's not, sometimes it gets a little harder to graph, but it looks like your graph, they scaled it in the Y direction by units of 5, so you can find that point pretty easily. Okay, and then for Pizza Hut, it says Pizza Hut charges $10 for each pizza. So remember, we're going to write C at X, which is the same thing as saying Y, is equal to $10 for each pizza, so 10x. So go ahead and graph both of those and see where they cross each other. And then where they cross each other, what does that mean? Okay. For number 8, it says, during the party, Carlos and Andrea's friends choose to buy some games online. Carlos finds a deal for a $15 party package where you can play unlimited games for $15 total. Andrea finds a deal where you can pay $5 up front and each game costs $1 per game. So write a system of equations, and we're using P at G for X games. Okay. All right, so let's do Carlos as this purple, and we will do Andrea as blue. So it says Carlos finds a deal for $15, and you can play unlimited games. So Carlos, we're going to go P at G. Remember, that's the same thing as saying Y. Okay. And then we're going to say this is just 15G, which is the same thing as saying Y equals 15X. It's the same thing. So it makes it easier to graph. Andrea finds a deal where you pay $5 up front and $1 for each game. So that's going to be P at G. Remember, again, that's going to be the same thing as Y, is equal to $1 per game plus the $5 up front. And again, I can change this to Y equals 1x plus 5. Graph both of those on the graph that's given. Talk about where do they cross, and what does that mean in the context of the problem. And then you're trying to verify between which deal should Carlos and Andrea get versus, and then the other one, which pizza is better, Anthony's or Pizza Hut. Okay, so I'm giving you out the worksheet. You have the rest of the time to work on it. Remember, I will collect the worksheet tomorrow. That's homework. So you have classwork to work on it as well. Have a nice day.